Thanks, and it's a pleasure to be here. I think one thing we're all here for, and I think we all understand, is that taking a biological drug candidate from discovery to commercialization is a long, cost-intensive process. Therefore, leveraging expertise from a reliable CDMO with the right capabilities and resources can streamline the drug development journey. Today, I will talk with you about the first part of this journey, taking your molecule from sequence to IND, utilizing advanced technology platforms, knowledge with diverse and flexible capacity. Samsung is helping clients to reduce the time and cost of biological development while paving a smooth transition from clinical to commercial manufacturing. If you're not as familiar with Samsung Biologics, Samsung Biologics was founded in 2011. We're actually celebrating our 14-year anniversary this month. In those 14 years, we have constructed 5 manufacturing plants, with the recent opening of Plant 5, now bringing our total capacity to 784,000 liters. We support over 125 plus global customers, including 17 of the top 20 pharma. With our focus on quality, we've produced over 3,000 batches with a 99% batch success rate. With extensive regulatory experience, 355 plus regulatory approvals, touching many of the regulatory agencies around the world. And of course, this wouldn't be possible without the 4,500 plus employees that we have that help to support kind of pre, during, and post production. Usually myself, right? So I work in our CDO team, and so usually one of the questions I get after hearing about the large capacity, the first question is my project isn't even in the clinic yet. Can Samsung support this? And usually the follow-up question is I'm probably too small to work with you. So while we do support 17 of the top 20 pharma, the majority of our customers are actually mid to small size biotechs. Our business model is to provide support from late discovery to IND and beyond, providing customizable solutions in development and flexibility in manufacturing, as you see here, from 1K to 15K, and also supporting drug product manufacturing in different formats, from vial, lyophilization, and now pre-filled syringes. This provides these customizable solutions and developability and flexibility in your manufacturing. These activities are all supported by our centralized laboratories, including our MSAT and QC team and our CDO team. All of these facilities that we're talking about in plants are all located within our biocampuses in South Korea. Biocampus 1, which houses plants 1 through 4, and Plant 5, which recently launched this month, is the start of our Biocampus 2 expansion. Samsung has a broad range of modality experience highlighted here, including recently launched GMP services around our ADCs. Our ADC plant is strategically located a few blocks from Biocampus 1. To support these activities and be closer to our clients, we have global offices located in the US, in San Francisco, Boston, and New Jersey, and also recently opened offices in Japan. Samsung's experience is not only in manufacturing and fill and finish of these types of molecules, but also in development of these different modalities supported by our CDO services. So I mentioned that Samsung, was founded in 2011. Our CDO services are a little newer, having launched these early development services in 2018. Since 2018, our team has worked to build and continues to grow our experience with a wide variety of modalities. This includes the majority, actually, of our projects focused on modalities other than standalone antibodies. These include bispecific antibodies, multi-specific antibodies, T-cell engagers, and different formats of fusion proteins. This broad experience gives our team, the knowledge and confidence to support the ever-changing demands of our customers. Our track record to support IND approvals includes the various different regulatory agencies around the world, and we see our IND numbers, continue to grow each quarter. So then I guess usually the next question is, what specifically do we offer to support these IND enabling activities? These IND enabling activities start from late discovery and go all the way to IND support. I'll go into detail about these activities in a few of the slides. This includes developability assessment of your lead candidate and continues with cell line development and into process development services for full support. While we have our platform process to support faster timelines, we do understand that all molecules are unique, and each client's goals are different. So we offer our Select Tailor package offers a starting point to kind of meet those needs. It can be further customized to meet a client's specifications. Samsung offers flexible solutions focused on you and advanced platforms built to drive your molecule forward. Our services are supported by some advanced technology platforms highlighted here. For late discovery, we have our S-Dual platform, which is an asymmetric platform allowing high yield and manufacturability by maximizing heavy chain and light chain pairing. One of the other ones to highlight here is our DevelopPick service. Not only is it an assessment to help you choose a best candidate, I always look at it as DevelopPick as kind of a way to develop some cliff notes for your molecule. What this does is it allows for kind of your team to dial in and avoid development hurdles that may come during the process. During CMC development, for cell line development, we have a number of different choices to support, including our recently launched ADC Enhanced Cell Line platform that improves therapeutic efficacy by generating a fructose-free molecule. VRS AFUCHO. If you're looking to boost, productivity, our S-Testify is an N-1 perfusion platform. On the bottom row represents kind of our knowledge-based tool base with S-Glyn and S-OptiCharge as ways to modulate the profile of your molecule to kind of further optimize for manufacturing. And finally, S-HiCon. This is our high concentration formulation development, which we have achieved numbers greater than 200 mg per mil. All of these are with the mindset of offering agile, flexible solutions built for you. As I mentioned before, this feeds into our Select Tailor customized CMC solutions. So usually your first interaction starts with a question, how can we help you? Right? We want to better understand your goals and your timelines to facilitate a discussion to identify and recommend and deliver a fully optimized service package that meets your goals and timelines. Whether this is an accelerated fast timeline with a simplified IND package or a more cautious, rigorous, enhanced CMC package to de-risk the later stage, we really focus on you. I think one of the biggest kind of pieces in tailoring a CMC package is timeline. So timeline, Samsung has kind of listened to the customer's needs, to offer faster track timelines. As you can see here on the top row, from CLD to IND for a standard mAb in 9 months, and for your complex molecules, including bispecifics and fusion protein, getting you that same end goal in 10 months. We also offer strategic options for early tox production. So we will work with you to kind of weigh the risks and, and timeline goals to make sure that we have an optimized offering for you. So I've talked a lot about, kind of what services we offer. I think more importantly is kind of how and where we do this work. This is where those 4,500 plus employees, including our technical SMEs, come into play, and starting this journey at late discovery. Late discovery is all about understanding what is best for a clinical molecule. As I mentioned earlier, a quick developability assessment can provide the cliff notes needed for development of your molecule. These are all key to kind of early de-risking while streamlining your technical platform. To do so, we incorporate a variety of different physiochemical analyses to have a kind of a multifaceted understanding of your molecule, all helping to kind of de-risk the CMC process. The process then moves into cell line development. Our recently expanded cell culture room has allowed us to double our capacity for the number of projects that we can handle. I didn't mention this before, but we do have access to a transposase system technology. This allows you to boost the titer of low expressing molecules. Usually this is around those kind of complex or hard to express. So once again, we will work with you to kind of see if the transposase is right for your project. And I just want to note here too that our cell line development platforms are all royalty-free, milestone-based contract structures. To support these activities in cell line development, we utilize, world-class high-throughput screening equipment. This includes the Beacon system technology to accelerate single-cell clone selection. Streamlining and standardizing cell line development for bioprocess is key to any project. After cell line development, your molecule moves into process development, which includes both upstream and downstream support. We have 2 DSP pilot plant suites to increase flexibility and capacity. And as I mentioned, highlighting before, these process development platforms to really fine-tune your molecule's characteristics for manufacturing. The focus at these stages is developing a scalable process. Scalable USP process, upstream process starts with media screening at the Amber 15 scale, and then aligning top-driven impeller type bioreactors through the scale enforces our scalability with a proven strategy from Amber 250 to 200-liter pilot batch and into 1K GMP manufacturing scale. Downstream process services also supports the scalable model, focusing on optimal yield. Comprehensive analytical equipment and capabilities ensure high-quality product characterization and quality control. Downstream process is where we really work with you to kind of reduce the overall COGS, cost of goods, right, while maintaining the quality of your product. I think this is one of the places where we get lots of questions about and strategies around ways to kind of reduce the overall manufacturing cost. The final piece of this journey includes formulation and analytical methods development. Further supporting these kind of, our services is, as I mentioned, is our formulation and analytical development services, including S-HyCon. As I mentioned, we've achieved 200 plus mgs per mil formulation, and this is using commercially available materials. So we don't have things that in that process that would add to licensing or costs of your overall production. And all of these things are done in-house. With formulation development, I think this is where it's especially key in high concentration formulation. We use technology and equipment to provide us kind of the essential knowledge, right, to kind of meet those needs. As I mentioned, analytical services are full in-house analytical capabilities with too many platforms, right, I think here to name. So we truly offer kind of bespoke analytical services. Our team has, proven analytical experience with multi-specific modalities, fusion proteins, heavily glycosylated proteins, and all other modalities. So pretty much our team has seen everything and has a solution to kind of help support your project. I think finally, we offer kind of this tailored and flexible 24/7 operations to meet kind of critical and urgent clinical demands. This can help to reduce some sample turnaround time by half. So if something becomes critical, know that we can be here to support that with 24/7 operations. I think finally, once you've kind of completed the CMC journey in a successful IND, we're here to support that full transition to further support your manufacturing needs with flexible batch sizes to meet your development strategies, providing that true one-stop solution without the need to tech transfer out for later stage or commercial manufacturing. This can save a program valuable time in future steps. But, it also, right, if your end goal is to partner or license out, after IND or phase 1, chances are we probably work with that partner that you're targeting, which provides them a value proposition to save them time and money to scale up within a familiar ecosystem for future demands. Finally, I think just to wrap it up, right, is hopefully I was able to kind of tell the story of kind of Samsung's early development services. agile, flexible, focused on you, right? With fully integrated development and manufacturing services to provide that smooth transition into GMP manufacturing with accelerated timelines, excellent quality, and tailored support. So I think with that, I'm free to take any questions.
Thank you, Mark. Great presentation. When I think of Samsung, I think of CDMO with a big M. But I would count myself, to reference your poll, I would count myself among those who are not very familiar with your development services. So it's really good to hear about them. I'm glad you dedicated this presentation to that. So to go back to that, if you could highlight or reiterate some of the things you may have said on the CDO lab expansion, why now? And well, why and why now? And what are some of the key benefits to the clients?
Yeah, good question, right? And I think it's for one, it's we're growing, and Samsung is very aggressive, right? We want to make sure that we're expanding and growing with our partners, right, to be able to meet their needs. So the main driver of the lab expansion is to be able to support more projects. I think what this allows us to do is to not have those long lead times right in your development process, being able to start these quickly and then being able to slot in that GMP slot. So it makes it a much smoother process for the customer.
And I assume you can shorten those timelines with that capability in-house.
We can, I think even as we speak right now, those timelines that I showed of 9 months to CL, 9 months to IND for a MAB, and 10 months for a complex, we're already in the works of, trying to cut those down even faster.
Yeah, that's really good. What percentage of your current biologics projects would be considered complex molecules?
Yeah, I think a lot of people here would be would think the same. It's like, we showed about 50%, but I would say that actually the majority of the molecules that we see in our lab right now are of these complex kinds. So that's pretty much all we have in the lab right now are, bispecifics, multispecifics, T-cell engagers, ADC projects. So it's actually a rarity that we actually see a standalone MAB production.
Yeah, great stuff. It's really great to hear. Thank you for being with us, Mark. Mark Thompson from Samsung Biologics, all about their development services. Thank you for being with us.